Okay, ready to jump to hyperspace.
Always.
Today we're diving deep into the Old Republic, thousands of years before Luke and Leia.
Your sources on Knights of the Old Republic were fascinating.
A whole different era.
It feels like a different galaxy, almost. But it's all connected, which I think makes it even more fascinating.
Right. Ancient history, but with lightsabers.
Exactly.
And we're talking Knights of the Old Republic, the games, right?
Yes, known for their characters and stories.
So many interesting figures to unpack.
Your sources focused on character bios, timelines, so that'll be our framework.
Yeah,
Like a crash course in ancient Star Wars history.
I'm in. So where do we even begin?
We have to go back to the Mandalorian Wars.
Ah, yes. The Mandalorians, they're always causing trouble.
Well, they lived for war and conquest. At this point in the timeline, they were expanding their territory, pushing the Republic to its limits.
Makes sense. If anyone's going to test the Republic, it'd be them. But this is where Revan comes in, right?
Revan and their close friend Alec.
The Jedi who took on the Mandalorians.
They were hesitant at first, the Jedi. It went against their code to engage in a full-scale war. But Revan, Alec, they saw the devastation the Mandalorians caused.
So what did they do?
They defied the Jedi Council.
No way.
They believed the only way to defeat the Mandalorians was to fight them on their own terms.
That's a tough call. Going against your own order, that's intense.
It led to a schism in the Force. Ultimately, Revan led a faction of Jedi and Republic forces to confront the Mandalorians.
This is the same Revan from the games, right? The player character.
Exactly. You start the first Knights of the Old Republic with amnesia. No memory of being this legendary figure.
Uncovering their past as you go. I love that.
Imagine stepping into the shoes of a character whose history is the central mystery, who walked both the light and dark paths.
And you get to choose which path to take, right? Redemption or falling further.
It was groundbreaking for a Star Wars game at the time. You got to be a Jedi, a complex one at that.
And Revan's gender is never specified, right? It's left up to the player.
Incredibly forward-thinking for the time. Allowed for deeper player connection, regardless of their own identity.
I always thought that was pretty cool. Then, after you finish the first game, you find out Revan went into the unknown regions. Disappeared.
It's like their story is still being written.
Such a tease. But let's talk about the other amazing characters, like HK-47. Talk about a character with a twisted sense of humor. That assassin droid was hilarious.
HK-47 is a classic. That dry wit, brutal efficiency, iconic Star Wars.
Right. He's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And Candrass, that gruff Mandalorian who ends up leading the Mandalorians.
Mandalore, the leader of the Mandalorian clans.
From mercenary to Mandalore. Amazing. But it's not all epic storylines, right? There are smaller personal stories, too, like Juhani.
The Cathar Jedi who struggled with her anger.
Yes, such a complex character, wrestling with the dark side, trying to find redemption.
And you, the player, play a part in that journey.
And those choices, they made you really think about good and evil. Like, is redemption always possible, especially when you look at the antagonists?
Ah, yes. The villains of Knights of the Old Republic. Some of the most unforgettable in Star Wars.
Like Darth Malak, Revan's former friend. The ultimate betrayal.
Their rivalry is definitely one for the ages.
You can see the pain in their every confrontation. And the fact that Malak has a robotic jaw because of Revan, talk about holding a grudge.
It's a classic betrayal story, driven by different ideals.
But you're right. What makes these Knights of the Old Republic villains so compelling is that they have depth. You know, they're not just evil for the sake of it.
They have motivations, backstories.
Yeah, and Malak, he's a tragic figure, really.
He could have been a hero, like another Revan.
It really makes you think about the dark side, the pull it has. And speaking of compelling villains...
Oh, here we go.
Knights of the Old Republic 2nd. It introduced us to some truly terrifying figures.
Darth Nihilus. You still remember his name.
This guy. He wasn't just a Sith Lord. He was a force of nature. A wound in the Force.
He fed on life itself.
It's so creepy. It's both fascinating and terrifying, you know?
He embodies that hunger for power, the dark side taken to its extreme. Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger.
See, that's a great title, Lord of Hunger. Way better than just saying he feeds on the Force. It's more evocative.
Definitely. And then there's Darth Sion.
Don't forget Darth Sion, the Lord of Pain, held together by his own rage.
The embodiment of suffering as a source of strength. Even death couldn't stop him.
Pretty bleak. But that's what I love about these games. They don't hold back.
They explore the full spectrum of the Force.
Exactly. And they introduce characters who make you question everything, even the Force itself, like Kreia.
Kreia. Now there's a character who defies definition.
For sure. She was the Jedi Exile's mentor in the second game. Without spoiling anything, let's just say she challenges everything. The Jedi, the Sith. She even has some pointed words for the Force itself.
She argued that the Force was beyond simple good and evil, just a tool.
Right.
And she forces the player, literally makes you think about the consequences of your choices, no matter if you're a Jedi or Sith.
She's like, don't just follow blindly. Think for yourself.
It's a powerful message, even today.
Absolutely. Okay, but did any of the other companions in KOTOR 2 stand out to you? Besides, the philosophical powerhouse that is Kreia.
Well, Handmaiden's story is quite interesting.
Oh yeah, the Akani warrior. She was tough to get through, too. What was her deal again?
She starts out bound by duty, serving a Sith Lord. But as you interact with her, she starts to question everything.
Forges her own path. I like it.
It goes back to that idea of choice.
Right. Which is so central to both games. I love how even the companion stories tie back into the larger themes of the game.
Everything feels connected, doesn't it?
It does. It adds so much depth. It's amazing how these games, even though they came out years ago...
Decades, almost.
I know, right? They still feel so relevant.
Good storytelling does that, doesn't it? It stands the test of time.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to think that we're just scratching the surface here. We've been focusing on these character bios and timelines, but there's a whole expanded universe out there.
Novels, comics, even more games.
Wow. It's amazing how these stories live on. For our listener, where do we even begin? I mean, after the games, where do you go to learn more? So much to explore. Where do you even start?
Well, if you're interested in Revan, there's a novel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Revan by Drew Karpyshyn.
Okay.
It picks up after the first game, explores what happened to them in the unknown regions.
Oh, so it fills in the blanks a bit.
It does, yeah. Gets into their connection to the Force, too.
Yeah.
Goes pretty deep.
I can imagine. What about the other characters? Are there stories about them, too?
There's a comic book series, Knights of the Old Republic.
No way. A whole comic series.
It ran for 50 issues.
50 issues? That's a lot of content.
Yeah, it introduces new characters and stories, but it also expands on what we see in the games.
Oh, cool. So you get different perspectives on things.
Exactly. It's like experiencing the same story, but from different angles.
I love that. It adds so much depth to the universe.
It does. And that's something Knights of the Old Republic does so well. Adds depth to the characters, the story, the Force itself.
It makes you think about the Jedi, the Sith, even good and evil. Like, there are times when you wonder if the Jedi are really doing the right thing.
Right.
And you almost sympathize with the villains sometimes.
They're not just villains, are they? They're complex characters with their own motivations, their own struggles.
Exactly. The games make you question everything.
Which is refreshing, don't you think?
Totally. It's not just black and white, light and dark. There's a lot of gray in between. And that's real life, isn't it?
It is. It's what makes these stories so compelling even after all these years. They reflect our own complexities.
They do. It's amazing. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to fire up my console and jump back into the Old Republic.
Me too.
But for our listener, thank you for taking this deep dive with us. It's been quite a journey, exploring the ancient history of the Star Wars galaxy.
The Mandalorian Wars, the Jedi Civil War, the rise and fall of Revan.
So many incredible stories. And we've only just scratched the surface.
That's the beauty of Star Wars, though. There's always more to discover.
There is. And maybe, just maybe, exploring this era, these characters, it might make you question everything you thought you knew about the Force.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find your own path.
Maybe you'll become the next Revan.
Or the next Malak.
Let's hope it's Revan. But hey, you never know. Until next time, may the Force be with you.
And with you, always.